In this video I'm going to show you how to make a simple electronic writing frame using Google Docs and Text Help Read and Write. Now the first thing that you need is Chrome browser, recommended that you've installed it, and in this case I'm actually syncing my Google Chrome with my school account, so the school apps are installed here. If you're a teacher, this will work from home or school as long as you are signed into Google Chrome and you've chosen to link your data, and I've explained how to do that in the previous video in this series. So the first thing I'm going to do is get myself a blank Google Docs document, and there's lots of different ways you can do this. I'm going to choose the 9 little dots, and from here I can choose Docs, and Docs is the word processor that's part of G Suite. There are templates that you can use, but I'm going to go for a blank document. So here we go in Google Docs. It's called Untitled Document at the moment. I'm going to call this Writing Frame 1, and my objectives for this is, can I express preferences? Now because it's a title, well actually before I go too much further, I'm just going to change the view actually so it fits the width, so just zoomed in a little. Now this is my title, so I'm going to change it from normal text to title. In fact, I'm just going to put its heading 1, I think. It's not quite as big. And in this writing frame, what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of information about what students need to do. Write information about, oh actually let's delete that. Let's put write a sentence. Write a sentence expressing what you think about the following holiday features. See if you can use conjunctions to explain why. Okay, now I'm going to at this point introduce Text Help Read and Write, and if you are signed in, if you're synced with school, you should hopefully have this little jigsaw piece. In Google Docs, you see I've got the jigsaw piece here because my menu is hidden at the moment, but if I click on this, it reveals our Text Help Read and Write menu. And from the pupil perspective, what it means we can do is, if I screenshot read it, it can read a photo or similar that I've inputted. I kind of like the talk and type as dictation, which is really useful. The one that I'm looking for now, if you press play, it should.
Preferences. Write a sentence expressing what you think about the following holiday features. See if you can use conjunctions to explain why.
So really supportive for students. They can highlight an area of the page, and it will read it to them in Text Help.
Can I express preferences?
So they can even use the rectangle tool. You can press play. But anyway, let's crack on with the worksheet. Now what I'd like to do here is put some widget pictures to go with my worksheet. So if I click up on the picture dictionary here, if I type in here beach, then hopefully, oh it's not clicked on it, sorry, we've got a picture and we can drag that straight in to go next to it. Okay, now this is currently my preference for this at the moment is inline, but we can actually wrap text if we wish, which means the text will loop around it. I can resize, and I think I'll leave it actually something like that. So the beach. So now students can actually put a sentence in to describe whether they like the beach or not. So just as a little sentence starter, I'm going to give them just a little bit of help there as a sentence start. Beach. In fact, I'm going to put the beach. I like, or maybe I could put for them I don't like. And if the picture dictionary is turned on, then students see a little picture of the the word that they're currently typing in. So let's put another picture. This time I'm going to put in the woods, and I'm hoping that it's going to find for me a picture of the woods. So I'm going to put that at the start there. Again, like previously, I can choose wrap text and shrink the picture to be the size that I want it to be. If you notice the little red lines when you're changing the size of the picture, it allows you to line things up a little bit more neatly. And let me just copy those bits. And then what I'd really like to do actually, I'm going to see if you can use conjunctions such as because to explain why. If I just turn my picture indicator on here for because, it's got the 3 little dots. I'm not sure how meaningful that is, but I'm going to put it in just for demonstrating how we can drag these in where we want them to go. So here we go. So I've got the beach, I've got the woods, and let me just do one more for my little electronic writing frame. This time I'm going to do hot weather. And if I click on hot, hopefully it'll find something for us we can put in. Whoops, didn't quite get it at the start. Let's drag it over. I'm going to choose wrap text. So I like and I don't like. If I wanted to, I could put an example one. Let's put the space under here. Example. I love going cycling because it is a healthy way to travel. And what I'm going to do is just highlight. I've got some nice highlighters here in Text Help Read and Write that do something really interesting. I'm going to highlight the connective though, which is because, and so that's my example. I think I might just put that in italic so it stands out a little. Whether I like, I don't like. Okay, so that's me making a quite simple electronic writing frame for my students to use on their Chromebooks